Hey, welcome to another Wednesday night live stream. I'm just going to check a couple things just to make sure we're live. It looks like we're good on YouTube and Twitch, and we should be live on Facebook too. So Roger, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, Dustin?
Welcome back. Good. Yeah. I'm excited we're doing these each week again. I know we were doing them on Thursdays in the past. I'm just going to check Facebook. We're good on Facebook. Cool. But yeah, I like to do these every week because we get a chance to kind of play a game and see what people in our community are doing, and kind of hear from them too. So we always try to kind of create some segments and some fun stuff to engage the audience. But the first thing is always just kind of me and you chatting or chatting with our guest. And the first thing, and I guess if you're watching the replay or if you're joining us live too, feel free to share in the comments or in the chat to tell us about a recent gaming experience. So something, maybe a game you've played recently or a story from a game you've had. Do you have any gaming experiences recently, Roger?
Yeah, I played Monday. We had some new people, come in, and it's just gaming starting to get a little better because people getting the vaccine and stuff. So, the store that I work at, and also we have a Monday night game night. And so we had like 3 groups of people playing, and we had some new people come that have played with us before, but just haven't seen them in a while. And we played this game Cryo first, which is really interesting. But it was the end of the night. We had about 30 minutes left. So we're like, hey, does anybody have anything quick? So you played this game with me before, but I pulled out Via Magica.
Oh, yeah.
This game by Paolo Mori. Loosely based off one of his other games called Rise of Augustus, I think, which I haven't played. But he generally does like these tug of war type of games. But I'm just kind of a fan. I don't know, just about everything I've played of that designer. I like his games. I don't know why. There's something captivating. But it's just a little kind of a magic thing where you're everybody's got like crystals and you're trying to complete these portal cards, and it's very fast playing. So, but it's very interactive because whoever turn it is, they're pulling the kind of element they need to complete their portals out of a bag. And then, so it's like, what is it, like nature, air, water, earth, fire, and shadow. And you're pulling them out and everybody goes, oh, I've got that one. So they just put it, and then you pass the bag. And then when somebody completes a card, they're supposed to say incantatum, but nobody wants to say that because it's kind of a, kind of a mouthful, but, and then they get to pick a new card, and it's just the first person to 7 cards wins. And then the cards have different abilities on them and give you things when you get the card, and they're scoring new points and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm just saying I taught that, and one of the people was playing with us was like, oh my God, this is really fun. Do you have it? And then we had it in the stores. They turned around and bought it. But I thought it was neat showing her, and the couple other people are playing at the table too. Like they kind of, I guess, saw the appeal I saw the very first time I played it. So yeah, I guess that was just a neat experience. I like when you pull something out. I'm like, okay, am I, is this just hitting something I, enjoy, just because but I just like the game because I think the player interaction is kind of neat and it's fast, but it's one of those games where it's a good gamer's game and a good game for people that may not play games either.
Right.
Like she goes, I'm going to get it. She goes, I got people in my family that'll play this because they don't really like, they're not into games, but they'll like this.
Right.
So I think the thing there is it's always rewarding when you turn somebody on to something that you kind of like, and then they enjoy it and they immediately want to get it and share it with other people. So I guess
that's really cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And I love that story of, well, one, you were able to kind of get together and play games physically again. I think we're pretty close. I mean, I'm vaccinated now, so I can go play with other people that are vaccinated and do that. But it's kind of tough because of public spaces in LA. I think we're going to be hitting the yellow tier soon. So actually, I just checked, my favorite game cafe just opened up for Saturday. Cool. I think this weekend will be the first weekend they're open, and so yeah, that's really cool. We're kind of getting to that point where we're able to play. But I think they still have restrictions where, at least at the cafe, I mean, it's really hard to enforce, but you have to be with your from the same home. You can't intermingle.
Right. Oh, you can't mingle with like strangers and stuff. I
Yeah,
see. I got you.
but I think pretty soon that restriction will likely be lifted.
Sure.
I'm sure
that makes sense though. I mean, I can kind of see that.
Yeah, I think I don't know what the county. I mean, you go check the CDC recommendations in the county. That's kind of a disclaimer, but I believe that yellow tier allows multiple, or even before that, allows multiple households to commingle at a restaurant. But
sure,
but they at the cafe, I think they're just following that guideline. I'm not entirely sure, but for my gaming experience, again, if you're watching the replay or joining us live, feel free to type in the chat what gaming experience you've had recently. For me, I don't know. I haven't played a lot of games recently. Oh, here's a good one. So, my cousin, Robert, we haven't hung out in a long time, but we've been getting together recently and playing Call of Duty online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's games.
We played a lot of video games growing up, but he lives in Kansas City, so it's been a while since we've kind of hung out, but it was nice to catch up with him, and we've been playing a couple nights here or there. So that's cool. I mean, that's again a kind of a theme from the pandemic. A lot of people have went back into like playing video games. I think a lot of friends of mine that hadn't played in a while got back on into video games.
Right. Sure. Well, and I think it just kind of anything that has like, actual people interacting with one another, whatever, going to be even more appealing. So if you can get together with somebody or like your, massive, MMOs and things like that, might have some appeal,
right.
that kind of thing, or, whatever. I think there's stuff for everybody depending on what you're into.
Right. So let's move into board gaming with education updates. We shared this update last week, but I think it's a good one to continue to share. Something that we added on our site, and I've changed the name of it. Roger, I don't know if I mentioned that, just because.
Ask an EduGamer expert.
Did we talk about that? I remember, talking. Was it? Did we talk about that, or is it talking to someone else? And I don't remember, because they mentioned that it wasn't very clear what need help finding a game meant, because just online. Why would I click on that? But I think it kind of helps kind of establish what this is. But if you're watching the replay and you have suggestions, or if this is still not clear, this is a new thing we've added. So if you have suggestions on how to make it more clear, but essentially we are available to help you find a game, or help you learn how to play a game, or help you look at some games that might be great for your learning environment. And you can contact us. We have 4 different ways to contact us. Our email, there's the website email, sales at Board Game with Education. My email is podcast at Board Game with Education. Roger is Roger at Board Game with Education.
Yeah, right.
You can call us. So that's our Google phone number. You can just give us a call, and that goes directly to me. It does not ring after 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so you can always leave a message. So, and then also we have a calendar that we're still working out dates, but there are some dates on there that you can kind of just click on and schedule time to meet with one of us. But we will have a more general schedule, I guess, coming up soon. And then the last part is the contact form, which you see on every website, everywhere you go. If you have questions, you can just fill that out and it'll go to our email. But yeah, I think Roger and I were talking about this. We both really want to strive for something different than other online game stores. So I'm excited to have this here.
Right. Yep. So hopefully we're offering something different there. I mean, particularly like if, you want to learn how to play something or whatever, I think that's something good that we offer.
Right.
We're willing to teach it to you and stuff, which, makes things a little easier. I mean, if you're, totally fine going, hey, I know how to play it, or I'm willing to go through the rules or whatever. But if, you don't want it, we can ask us. Right.
Yeah. And I mean, that's kind of a barrier to getting into board games too, is, I mean, even for me, I have like 4 games that I really want to play, but it's like, I don't want to learn how to play. Someone teach me.
Right. Exactly. I'm generally not that way. I think it depends kind of what game it is. But yeah,
Right.
sometimes it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, you go, oh yes, I know somebody that knows that. So then you're even more maybe adept to wanting to hop into that game, right?
Right. And I
So
mean, it just streamlines it, right? It's easier to
sure.
have someone teach you, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
I just like some of the stuff that it's at least coming with solo now, because that's how I'm learning it.
Mm. Oh,
Like, I'll
yeah.
play it solo, and then when I go to teach it, I've been finding lately that's kind of the approach I've been using. I found it so much easier to teach, and I tend to not miss certain thing. A lot of the rule, you tend to miss rules and stuff sometimes, but I tend to list much less of them if I played it solo at least once.
Right, right. Cool. Well, we'll move into our next segment, and this is the emoji game. So we do a special segment every week. Last week we did Ask an Expert. So Roger, myself, and Rich, who was our special guest last week, shared our experiences about using games in the classroom.
Mhm.
Previously week, I can't remember the segment we did before, but anyways, we try to do something every week. We might have repeat segments, so we'll likely do Ask an Expert again. But we're gonna go to the emoji challenge. You have to guess what the emoji means, and if you are watching at home or wherever you might be, feel free to type in the chat what it is. If you get it before Roger, I'll give you a point,
Yeah.
and I'll add it on the. I'll add,
That's probably gonna
I'll add it on
happen.
this here. So we'll go Roger 0. Hi Jose, thank you for joining. You're enjoying your day. So Roger, and then we'll put someone else if anybody wants to join and play. It's gonna be Roger to you got 0 right now, and then whoever else wants to.
I got a feeling that's not going to change much.
Well, I shared this one with you and others. So I'm actually gonna share the stream with someone really quick because they wanna join. I think that should be shared in it. So again, if you're watching, feel free to try to guess before Roger. There's a lot of pressure on you, Roger.
I'm not feeling it. I'm okay. I'm not feeling it.
All right. So the first one. This one, you should know since I. yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta share it, huh? I'm not even.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the one you showed me already. So I'm not going to say that one counts since I've already seen it. And
Okay.
I don't know what the answer is. So this is like a mulligan or something, I guess.
If anyone else can answer that, I'll give a few seconds. It's just there's a delay sometimes on the stream, so I want to give a chance to answer if you do want to join and guess the emoji. I know some people that I shared this with already got this one too. All right, so I'm gonna say this one is last chance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ice baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to the next one. So what is that? Oh, we got a comment that joined Ice Baby. Oh, Isabel Isa already guessed. It's delayed a little bit, so I'm gonna give some time so you can kind of talk through maybe what you're thinking as far as what it might be. Because I think there's a little delay.
I'm not making the connection. It's like a volleyball. Oops. Hang on a second. Gosh.
That's okay. I know there's a little delay.
Yeah, let's see. Little real life stuff here.
That movie with Tom Hanks.
Oh, was it Castaway?
Ooh, we got it. Castaway.
I don't know. That's a good one. But
I'm gonna give Isabel half a point for that one.
Yeah,
because
she probably got it because you just said that, and I had to think about what it was. So. Oops, sorry.
Right. All right. So we'll go to the next one. So
fun stuff in the stream.
yeah, that's all right.
I never get any phone calls until I start.
That's how it always works. Any ideas on this one?
Oh. Dollar Star? I know that's not what it is, though.
Star is part of Star is part of
Star money. I don't know why I just have a problem. And then the minute I see the answer, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
We'll give like 5 more seconds just in case there's a stream delay if someone wants to chime in. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Isabel says, it's Starbucks.
Oh yeah, duh.
Starbucks.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's just like when I see it, it's like it totally makes sense. But I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
I don't know if Isabel got that after or not.
Yeah, maybe.
Isabel, did you get that before I said it? If so, I'll give you the point. You'll have to let me know. We'll go to the next one. Wow. This one might be a little difficult, actually. I'll give a hint.
Sleepy.
It's just so funny because you say the word that's part of the answer.
Right, I know. I'm seeing sleepy, rabbit, squirrel, owl, bird. But I'm trying to see how I can... definitely not something I would be good at. You wouldn't want me on your team if we were playing this as a team thing, that's for sure. I'd be like the third wheel here.
Isabel got it.
Snow White, nice.
Snow White. So that's 2.5.
Nice.
Or no, 1.5. 1.5.
Yep.
All right. And then the next one. What do I hide? I gotta hide the comment. There we go. Again, if you want to join in, feel free to join in. You still have time to beat both Isabel and Roger.
Plunger, Kart. I don't know what the guy in the middle is doing though. I'm just like a dude with a mustache. I'm trying to make this connection to this stuff. I'm like, I'm so literal the way I'm looking at the things that I'm not like kind of reconnecting the dots here. Plunger Man. Is that what it is? Yeah, Plunger Man. Okay. Married man. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Oh man, this is funny because with all your connections, I'm surprised you haven't got it.
I'm stuck. XP. Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'll give 5 more seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So here's a hint, and maybe I'll give Caitlin a chance. Who is a plunger that is a character? A plunger is a character. His character and the character's job is a plunger. And that's one hint. And then I'll give another hint in like 10 seconds. But if someone gets it with just that hint, I'll give them the point. The next hint in 5. Oh, almost. But what's the
Mario Kart?
Oh, Mario Kart. I think Roger gets that one. We'll give Caitlin.
Right. Well, I had no idea on that one. I had Kart, but I wasn't getting the Mario part with it until you said that. I was like, okay, plunger. I was like, I'm not real familiar with that stuff. I'm not a Mario person, so I mean, I know very little.
Yeah, it's just funny because again, you said the word that's the answer. You said cart, and that was the first thing you said.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm getting one of the words in it, but I'm just not making connecting the other pieces to it.
Yeah,
I'm only getting part of it.
That's okay, Caitlin. I think it's actually probably on our end. The stream delays.
Yep.
So I think this is the last one. The last one. See who can get it. Oh, got it. Immediate.
Yeah, Black Panther. Oh, okay. Well, I was going cat, and I was like, the other one looked like a jaguar or something to me. So I was like totally thrown off. I know it wasn't a cheetah, but
Yeah, because I only have so many different types of emojis to work with. So
right.
Yeah. All right. So the next
not good at that game.
We're going to move into our next segment, and that is Game and Two. So we'll talk about just a couple games at Board Game with Education. This is just a quick 2-minute of each game. And then we're going to play a game. We're going to play a game after this. Not one of these, but a different game. So, Roger, I'll let you go first because mine is kind of a surprise.
Okay. Gotcha. I'm just going to talk about Evolution in the Beginning. So it's just it's a little simpler version of Evolution, a little streamlined down. I think if you haven't and you're playing with students, I mean, I've used this before. And I felt that the students kind of grasped this one a little better with the cards, but you're basically like, it's trying to show kind of maybe in a very abstracted, simpler way, kind of how evolution works and how adaptations work. And so you're essentially making animals like herbivores that eat plants and carnivores. You can change into that and eat other players, which some people really enjoy doing. And you're trying to get food, and that's kind of the points. And so you're going to play until a certain number of cards are gone. And the cards are multi-use, so you can adaptations. The cards can be adaptations. They can be other animals. And they can also represent population. So, and then we have a bunch of resources and stuff for that one too. But I think it's a really good entry point for Evolution. So I'd almost, if you really haven't played that before, I always recommend maybe playing Evolution in the beginning first. And then you could easily transition to the regular game Evolution.
Yeah.
It adds a little bit more, but it just makes, I think it's a little easier entry point, for people and so on. So I'm just saying, using it with students, I found that they really grasped the beginning one better than the regular game. And then I started using that, and then it was like, made a lot more sense for them. Right.
And I'd say, I mean, I think, like you said, Evolution in the beginning was a lot more streamlined. It's not as, there's a bit more strategy, I guess, involved in the base game, but definitely something if you're using for your classroom, it would definitely be a better choice than the base game. Yeah. And one thing I like about it, and one thing we've talked about a lot, is the digital version. There's a education digital version. What's really cool is when you make so you mentioned traits, you create like really, I don't know if I can make this big enough. You create like strange looking animals, right? And in the digital version, you unlock those animals and it shows you like the artwork of what that animal might look like. So just with different like traits. Cool. So the game I want to talk about, actually, we just added to the store, and I mentioned it's a surprise just because I have a video to share. It just went up on Instagram. So I'm going to share it now because it's a 30-second quick video. Let's learn how to play Pika Mouse. Pika Mouse is a collaborative game for younger players. The game is really innovative because the box becomes a house. Players peek into the mouse house and try to find their missing items. As players, you have to work together to determine where the missing items are. To score points in the game, you have to answer different questions on your player board. And it's really great for younger players as well because they can easily get involved with the game and work together with older players. Pick it up at boardgamingwitheducation.com. Yeah, so that's my game. 30 seconds. Cool. I mean, I had some extra prep time since I created that video, but yeah, I think it's a super. I haven't had a chance to play it with younger kids yet, but we will. Seems like it'd be great. Seems like it'd be great for that age group. Yeah, like super awesome that there's a teamwork aspect where everyone's kind of peeking into the house, and even if you have someone who's very young, they don't have to look at everything. You can ask them to kind of just look in one spot and look for one or two items where everyone else can kind of help coordinate. So if you're playing with a younger player, the older player might help support that younger player. So yeah, really great game for collaboration. All right. So the last thing, we always end with a game on the stream. So we always try to choose games where other players can kind of join us. We're gonna play Guespionage, I think, to start. That's kind of loud. Familiar with JackBox TV? Let me pull it up here on my screen. Can you hear that sound, right, Roger?
Oh yeah, yeah,
okay.
I could. Yep, I certainly could.
Cool. So if you haven't played Guespionage, essentially you are trying to guess a statistic. I'm gonna turn the sound down for a second. So you're trying to guess the statistic. The example I gave was what percentage of people brush their teeth at least 2 times a day, and you would assume that's probably pretty high. So I would guess like 90%. And then Roger would guess whether my guess is higher or lower than 90%. So feel free to join if you want to join us. You don't need to join the stream. You can just join right from your phone. Just go to jackbox.tv and I'll have the code here in a second. But I want to make sure we should probably turn the family friendly filter on since we're a family friendly channel. Start game from controller only on. Ruko audience on. Audience. I thought there was like a streaming thing. I think that's maybe what this means. No. Room code. Start game. Okay. Well, there might be a little delay with the stream, but I hope not. All right. So I think you can just go to jackbox.tv.
Yeah, so if you could ask her to call me back at the field office, that'd be great. This is Agent Walker. Thanks. Bye.
And the code is AAHB.
Why do you refer to yourself as Agent Warren? Because it's my name. First name. So, doing the whole one name thing like Madonna.
Add the code here.
Plans. You meet Ranger Rick and Fire
Pick
Marshal
an agent. Somebody took the.
Oh, we got Caitlin. Caitlin, thanks for joining.
You for 7 years. Have you?
Hopefully homework's not too crazy right now.
You are so annoying. Am I?
I'm gonna be the dog. Oh, Isabel's joining. Grace is joining. Thank you both for joining. We'll wait maybe another minute just in case. Well, maybe not a minute, but like 30 seconds to see if anyone else wants to join that's watching.
Eavesdroppers? Yeah, I guess. Wow, that's pretty meta. But there could be, right? I mean,
All right, I think we'll start. If you are watching, feel free to join. I think you can join as audience too in the middle of the game.
Guespionage.
Hello. You know, most guidance
turn it up a
counselors
little
don't
bit.
tell you how exciting being in a government agency that spies on people can be. So we decided to make a game to show you how much fun we have watching your every move. We call it Guespionage. Let's go. Okay, who's first?
High five.
Ooh, I remember seeing good surveillance for this yesterday. What percentage of people, when taking notes by hand, use a mixture of cursive and printing instead of one or the other, or block letters? Give it your best guess. You get more points the closer you come to the actual percentage.
It's kind of loud. I wish I could turn down the sound, the music.
I'm just wondering where do I type this stuff? Or
So,
is it...
So right now Grace is guessing the statistic.
Oh, okay.
She guessed
I gotcha.
85.
Okay.
Yep. And now we just guess whether she's higher, or we guess whether it's actually the number is actually higher or lower. So
Got it.
taking notes by hand, use a mixture of cursive and printing.
Got it.
Hurry up.
I want to say lower.
Everyone is saying lower. Okay.
We went pretty high there, Grace. 85. Ooh. So we all scored 1,000 points because we were correct.
Okay.
Grace was at 49% difference. So The difference has to be 30% or lower to score points.
Gotcha. Got it.
Let's see, what would be good?
Caitlin said 85. No way. Socks with sandals. I'm going to turn it down a little bit.
What percentage of people have worn socks with sandals?
I'm going to kind of control the volume up and down. So it's not too loud. What percentage of people have worn socks with sandals? I'm definitely one of those people. You can ask my wife. I wear socks with sandals every day.
I am too. I'm one of them too. Everybody says it's weird. I don't care. It's comfortable. It's not about fashion. It's about the comfort, being comfortable.
Right. Oh man, I went higher, but now I'm regretting that because 66 is a good guess. I think that's a good solid number.
And Surveil says
What?
18%. Please note that some middle-aged white men were monitored in collecting this data.
Wow.
Yeah, I think some people.
I want lower though. I did.
Yeah, that's good. You got points. I think some people were relying on that survey.
I used to deal with this all the time with my college improv troupe. Huckleberry Finn.
I wish I could pause it.
What
Yeah.
percentage of people will never raise their hands when audience volunteers are requested at live performances?
What percentage of people never raise their hands? Oh, okay, so who would never raise their hand? What's interesting is this is something that you could kind of talk about with your class and then like understanding fake news or statistics and data and how that's collected because these are self-assessed surveys, so you don't know whether people are telling the truth or not.
Exactly.
And it's something to consider about data collection, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And the game literally takes I think we'll be done in like 10 minutes. So it's a really good, I think, exercise you could do with students. I feel like I used to never raise my hand, but after I've started giving talks, I'm more comfortable raising my hand after performances.
Most of you are saying higher, and the correct answer.
Oh, I guess I was kind of misreading that question though.
27%.
Wow, way off.
You enjoyed that question. Anyone? Let's see who got it right. Here's some points.
Wow, Roger's killing it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just like looking at it going, I guess lower. Not too hard. I mean, it's like 50-50 chance, really. You know, in that sense. It's not using any like rocket science, I think, here to figure out what to do here. No, that's cool.
People can pronounce quinoa correctly.
Quinoa. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Wow. Quinoa.
I don't
think I would say that right. So I'd be in that percentage, if that helps.
Everyone pick higher or lower.
I don't know. That's a good number too, Caitlin.
One of you thinks it's higher. Okay, right answer is
wow.
75%.
Oh wow.
Stomach more than a spoonful of that stuff.
I think again, like,
Please stop making that for family reunions.
how do you know if you pronounce it correct?
Right. Whoa. That's interesting. That's an interesting one.
Okay, who's up next?
All right, Roger's up. So far, none of us have scored points for getting it close. We've all had a difference of 30%.
What percentage of coach flyers think it's rude when people seated in front of them recline their seats?
Oh, man. Caitlin said, we're all pretty bad at this game. I agree. We're not playing very well. Roger's doing pretty good. This is his first chance. We'll see.
Okay, higher or lower?
I think I'm going to go even higher.
High five. Looks like an even split. Now let's get to the right answer.
What?
Because that, I thought that would be higher.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of people. It really makes, and it's really annoying, right?
I mean, I always recline my seat, but that doesn't mean I don't think it's rude, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Oh, man.
Onward to
Isabel
round
and
two, where things work a little differently.
You're
Well,
all the way in last there.
Round 2.
Round 2.
First up. Okay,
So round 2, you can do much higher or much lower, and that's double or nothing.
Okay.
What percentage of people stash more than $1,000 cash in locations other than banks?
Hmm. Grace is going upwards of 50, 60, 67, 68.
Okay, we have a guess. 68%. In round 2, you
Man.
can now guess much higher or much lower. Pick one of those if you think the answer is off by 15% or more. If
I think
you're
it's gonna be
you'll earn
lower.
more money. If not, you'll still have our respect, I guess.
So remember, much lower, much higher is double or nothing.
Lower. And Surveil says
Oh my god.
Whoa.
maximum you can put under a mattress is $750. More than that, you risk back and neck issues. Who got it
That was
right?
really high, Grace. Really high.
I've got some points for you. And what have we here? Well done. Double points for saying much
Double
lower.
points. Wow.
Next up.
Isabel.
I don't know. How about
Corn. Is it about Nebraska?
Consumer
what
analytics.
percentage of people own corn holders?
Corn
You know,
holders.
the little handles you stick in the ends of corn on the cob.
Oh, wow, that's what a bizarre question that is.
Yeah, that's really weird.
That's like totally random, isn't it?
Yeah, go big
It's like,
red.
I wouldn't even know. Like, okay.
Higher or lower?
I want to say much higher, right? Right? I think, I don't know. Isabel and Grace are both from the West Coast.
One lonely vote for lower. Okay. let's
And
see the right
Caitlin and I are from the Midwest, so maybe that's a Midwest thing.
50%.
Yeah.
So all of you own them, or all of you own one?
Wow, 50%.
Yeah, Caitlin said much higher in the Midwest for
I've got some
sure.
points for you. Okay, who's up next?
All right, what do we got?
To search for
Archery.
Point stick on
All right.
activities.
what percentage of people have used a bow and arrow?
Ooh, I'm gonna go for an even split 50%.
Everyone else, higher or lower? High five. Running out of time.
Oh, waiting for
Isabel.
People are saying higher, and the correct answer
higher.
is
Wow,
56%.
that's really high.
Based on our
Yep.
aerial drone footage, most of these people are only a danger to themselves.
I've used a bow and arrow.
Who got it
I have
right?
two.
Here's some points.
Need somebody teach me how
Yes,
to.
I don't know. Maybe it's probably higher. Ooh, Caitlin's up. The leader.
I'm talking hand-to-hand combat.
Mittens versus gloves.
Population profiling.
What percentage of people own more mittens than they do gloves?
More mittens than gloves.
That's kind of strange.
Man, growing up, we owned so many pairs of mittens and gloves.
25%.
But
Okay. higher or
now,
lower?
oh man, I'm gonna say I think it's just a little bit higher. Maybe just a little bit.
Time's running out. Higher or lower? High five. Everyone says higher except for one of you. And
Chris went
Surveil
much
says,
What?
Whoa, good job.
Hey, you're a better guesser than our trained rats. Nice job.
She got double points there too. Grace.
Let's see
Yep,
who
nice.
gets
Caitlin said mittens are so inconvenient compared to gloves. I
Yeah.
agree. But do
Mhm.
they keep your hands warmer? Do mittens keep your hands warmer than gloves?
All right, buckle in. I've got one for you.
Mel's?
Mel's. I don't know what that is.
Choice.
Concerning celebrity Mel's, what percentage of people prefer Mel Brooks over Mel Gibson?
What?
Prefer Mel Brooks over Mel Gibson?
I don't even know who Mel Brooks is. Like, I know the name.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I probably would see.
Well, that's what I'm
song.
saying. I think it depends.
Like, I think if I saw the person,
he did a bunch of he
that's
did a bunch of comedy movies in the 70s and stuff that probably would never get made now, I don't think. But they were funny.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a big. He's a ton of stuff like lots of movies he made, and he was always in them too. But they're really different. I mean, Mel Gibson's really not so much comedy.
Yeah, right.
You know,
yeah, I don't know.
He's more action movie, drama stuff, right?
Oh,
wow.
5%. They nearly joined forces to make The Passion of the Schwartz.
They like Mel Brooks more than Mel Gibson. Wow.
Wow.
You got it right.
So the last round, we have a board of things, and you have to choose the best or the most popular to the least popular, and you have to choose the top 3.
Gotcha.
Dozens of focus groups to determine the most popular answers to this question. What do people find to be the most annoying fad in the past 10 years? Here are the most popular answers. But choose carefully. Only the 3 most popular answers are worth points.
Oh, man. I for sure know which one I'm going for.
So we need to.
So you choose the most popular to the least popular. The first one you choose means it's the most popular. And that's the most points if you get that first.
Right. So what do people find to be the most annoying? So that's the one you're trying to pick the most annoying thing.
Remember, you can pick 3 answers, not just 1.
I think I got my 3. Oh, you guys don't have a lot of time. Caitlin and Roger, got to do it quick. Oh, got it in there just in time. Wow, we're all over the place. Selfies? Sagging.
Let's see who's
Who won? Oh, Caitlin with the win.
Congratulations. You seem to know everyone's secrets. Remind me never to cross you.
I beat Roger by 250.
Well, I was in front to start with, but that's really cool. That's really fun.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I think you could really look at that with. I mean, I played it with my students yesterday, and they were like, "Oh, that's not true. There's no way. This is a lie." Yeah. And I'm like, "Well, you have to consider how the data is collected, and it's self-reported data, and people, even if they're not trying to lie, they could still be reporting incorrect data."
Right. Well, see, what's good about that, Dustin, which I think you don't even. There's one of those, moments where you don't really realize kind of the learning that's going on. Like it gets students talking about, all sorts of things. Which is good. I mean, it gets that discussion going and getting them thinking like, okay, well, what? And then you could, like you said, you could launch into a whole thing on how they collect it and stuff like that, which they're, some say they don't. But then I think that's really applicable to a lot of things that kind of go on now, right?
Right.
Where you're getting information and, hey, do you want to kind of, does that make sense? And I just think it's really applicable to what's kind of going on right now.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you, Grace, Isabel, and Caitlin. Congratulations on the victory. You can take that with you until next week.
Yep.
And we will be back again next week. Thank you, Roger. Yep. I'm going to put your email up there if anyone wants to reach out to you. And then here is my email. And we'll be back again next Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So thank you again, Roger, and we'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see everyone else next week.
Okay. Great to see everybody. Have a good evening, everybody.
Bye.